everyone, we're starting laying down today, so feel free to lay down for the beginning of the class or sit with me. My son is in the same room as me, he's got headphones on at the moment, but if we get a little bit of Shaun the Sheep at some point, then hopefully you appreciate that. So get yourself comfy, come and lay yourself down or sit with me. And excuse me, in either position that you choose, have a little bit of movement to get yourself ready to be still. Don't expect your body to be happy laying still straight away. So a little bit of movement through the shoulders, bringing knees in, whatever feels good. And then allowing your body just to sink into the mat, whether that's sitting with the seat bones down, or if you're laying, just letting the body become a little bit heavy. When you feel relaxed, close your eyes. And just start to notice how the body feels. So let's take a scan of the body from the top of the head all the way down to the feet. And just pay it some attention. And if you find any areas of tension, just bring a bit of breath to them. So imagine breathing into that area, and as you breathe out, that area relaxing. Do that a few times, because often when you relax one area, you notice another area has become tense. And then just stay with the breath. Enjoy the focus of the breath coming in and out of the body. If you're seated with me, come and lay yourself down. And then if you're laying down, keep your eyes closed, but let's reach the arms above the head. And let's take a big breath and a big stretch. So we reach the right arm and the left leg. And then we exhale and soften. And then let's do the other side. So we reach and relax. And let's do that again. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And then just bring the knees into the chest and hold them there. And gently rock the knees side to side. Place the feet down. Bring your palms together and rub through your palms till they're warm. Place them over the eyes. And then open the eyes, look through the cracks in the fingers and move the arms away. So let's bring one knee in now and keep the other leg long. And we're just holding here and following the breath again. So breathing in and out through the nose. Allowing the lower back to soften as you draw the knee in. Hands could be here too. Gently change legs. And then bring both knees above hips and bring the arms wide. And just rock the legs side to side. But don't go too far yet. See if you can keep your shoulder blades on the ground. And just go where the body wants to go. Feet could be on the ground if you need a bit less or a bit more support for the back. Hold knees in again, and then just like before, lengthen one leg out. Now this time as we hold the knee in, if it feels good to you, you could curl up. You could stay up for 3 breaths or 1 breath, whatever feels good to you. Roll back down and change legs. And then curl up again and hold here. Bring both your knees into your chest and hold them there. And then come back to your rocking side to side again. Now the difference here is I want you to see if you can use the upper back to rock the legs. So as the legs pull you over, let them pull you further, let them pull the shoulder blade off, and then now start and see if you can push that opposite. So I'm using the other shoulder blade to push myself down and bring my legs back. Shoulder pushes first. So that's my first bit of movement there. So then I start to mobilise a bit through the shoulders too. Shoulder blade really pushing into the ground. Hold knees in one more time, that should feel different. And then come and sit up. And either sit with legs here or sit with legs crossed. So we're going to bring hands to the shoulders and twist ourselves side to side. So we want to sit up tall. And just let the breath flow. Then bring hands behind you and lift through the chest, so you're opening through the chest. Could use fists here if you need to. If you're cross-legged, change the legs around, don't worry if not. We're coming back to this again. Might find you can go a bit further this time. And then hands come back and chest lifts. Come over to all fours and let's push up and back to downward dog. And let's walk through the feet this evening. So we press one foot and then the other. Spreading the fingers out on the ground too, so we've got a little bit of a push from there. And then let's hold and really pick up the tailbone. So lots of length there in the tail. When you feel ready, walk the feet into the hands and just hang here in forward fold. If it feels good, hold your elbows. Hands come to shins or thighs and we find a flat back position. And then rolling up, lift the arms and come to a baby back bend. So we can squeeze the bottom, lift the chest and really lengthen the arms back. Inhale, exhale, bring the arms down and come and face front. And come and step wide. So you need a little bit of room on this side because we're coming into floating half moon. So let's turn the right foot out and we're coming to Trikonasana or triangle. So we want the legs as straight as we can. Keep the hands on the hips to start with this evening. And I want you to push this left hip away as you come over. So you're keeping lots of length in the side. You keep pushing hip away. And when it really comes into the stretch in the leg and you can't go any further, then let's stack the arms. Now you can have a block here if you need to, or rest the hand on the leg. Let's follow the breath and let's look up here if we can. Now from here we're coming into a balance. So come up a little bit, soften this knee so you can shuffle your back leg in. And then see if you can lift your back leg off. Now those arms hopefully have stayed wide and you're going to tip them so they're in the same position they were in before. So you've got your foot to me, your hip to me, and hopefully your chest to me as well. One more breath if you can. Saved by the wall. And then step yourself down, take your arms wide, relax the arms and turn the back foot in. So we're turning the hips now to face the short end of the mat, and you might want to step wider unless you're really flexible. Lengthen the front leg again and we're coming to a flat back here in pyramid pose. So we want to work on rolling the back hip in, but keeping real contact with both feet. So still the outside of this back foot pushing into the ground. Now if you want to soften over you can do, but it doesn't matter if this leg is bent. But I'm really working on lengthening, stretching right now, so I want you to feel the stretch in that front leg. So lift that back leg and step it in to forward fold. Stay here in forward fold, or if you can come to standing split. So it will be your left leg that lifts again. And I want you to see if you can really walk your chest into your thigh. It doesn't matter so much about how high the back leg is. Let your head be really heavy. One more breath if you can. And then step back again and place the foot down, similar to where it was before. And climb yourself up. This time we're coming to warrior one, so we've still got that back foot turned in and the hips facing the short end of the mat. We're going to do a breath sequence here, so I want you to inhale. As you exhale, extend forward. Inhale to lift, and then just let the arms float. Breathe in, take the arms wide. Breathe out, come forward. Breathe in, lift, arms float, but keep the chest up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Okay, relax there. And pivot those feet all the way around to the other side. So we're starting again in Trikonasana or triangle, hands on the hips. We push the hips away. Then we find your stretch here, or your asana triangle position. See if you can pull up through the thighs and you might get even more of a stretch. When you're ready, lift a little bit, soften the knee. So come in a touch so you can lift that back leg. I don't want to look at you this time. If you can, get the leg high. Don't mind if the standing leg is straight or a little bit bent. Open the chest and the hip to me, but look down. So you could always pause the video, have a look at me, and then do it looking down. Step back down, widen your stance and just pivot on the feet a little bit. And then we come to flat back pyramid. So rolling the back hip in, lengthen the spine, lengthen the leg. You'll notice I'm not quite as flexible on this leg, so it bends a little bit. Come lower if you want to. And then coming to forward fold or straight into standing split if you want to. One more breath. Step back. Find warrior one. Rotating hip again. Breathe in, arms wide. Breathe out, come forward. Breathe in, lift. Exhale. One more. And turn to me. So keep legs wide and ease yourself down into a wide leg forward fold. So some of you might need to rest on legs or have legs bent. So feeling a stretch. I want this more in the back of the legs right now than the inner thighs. So if you're really flexible, step your feet in a bit. And then walk your hands towards your right leg and bend the right leg so you get a stretch down the inside now of the right leg. Again, let the head be heavy. And then see if you can walk your hands further over so your head is somewhere close to your knee. Then, can you bring some length back into that right leg? Inhale, walk the hands back to the front. Then the other leg. Doesn't matter if this foot is turned out or forward, but I need the knee going in the same direction. So you can walk yourself further over. Then you can lengthen that leg. See where your nose gets to. Come back to the center. See if you're any lower, if there's any difference. Walk your feet in a touch. So that stretch is slightly different in the back of the legs. And then roll up. Ooh. Stay wide. Reach the arms. Take the right wrist and pull yourself over into a side bend. Now, we're not thinking about anything with the legs now. It's just about the side bend. So I want you to lengthen and then come further over. Breathe in and rise, open the arms, turn your right foot out. Keep your hips square to me and bend the right leg. So you'll need to probably widen your stance now. Right knee stays above the ankle. Come to Sun Warrior. So we're repeating the side bend. The upper body, you should feel the stretch in the same place. You might not be able to go as far. And see if you can look up and bring the arm, I always find this really hard, closer to the ear. Inhale and rise. Turn the feet to face forward. Bring them in just a little. Reach up, take your left arm. Find your side bend. Drop shoulders. Remember, you want length, and then you want to stretch further. Come up, release the arms, turn that left foot out wide and stance. Square the hips, breathe in. Release. Walk your feet in. Take a big breath here. Come back to your back extension that you started with when we came to the feet. That should feel completely different. And then when you roll down really slowly so your back just gets a lovely bit of flexion on the way down. And then just come and sit. So let's bring right leg over and let's just enjoy a stretch there through the hip of that right leg. So I want you to keep turning, so you're turning to your right, and then I want you to reach your right arm up and side bend to your left. So your chest is turning to your right and your body's side bending to your left. And release. Bring both legs long and just ease yourself along to stretch through the back of the legs here. So legs can be bent, legs can be straight. See if you can push your heels away and pull your toes towards you. Inhale and rise. Other leg comes across. So we wrap and turn. Stay turning, lift that left arm and side bend over. Breathe in, bring both legs long, lift your bottom cheeks back a bit more and walk yourself forward again. Now I'm hoping each time you come here you get a little bit further. I know flexing the feet, oh, I find that hard. So that's optional, but I'm hoping, yeah, each time you come you get a little bit further. Okay, come up again. This time cross the right leg over. I want you to turn the other way, so it's an open twist. Okay, so you still want to sit up firmly. So you're turning to your left. And then again, left arm side bends. You won't get as far in your side bend. See now if you can work more on opening the top arm. where you were and just see if you can roll your left shoulder back and look behind you. Leg comes long again. And again, just ease yourself down. Flex the feet if you can. You could always have a band or a towel or something here. I know this can be a really tricky position. Roll up, let's cross the left leg over. Sit up, now you turn to your right. And then breathe in if you want to take the side bend. Remember to open that right arm a bit more. Then bring the hand down, roll the right shoulder back. See if you can look behind you. Legs come forward again. Last time. Lay yourself, fold yourself over. Maybe you've gone a bit further than normal. Come and lay on your backs when you're ready. Bring your knees in. And drop your legs to me. Just have your arms wide, but have that back shoulder on the ground. So if your legs are like this, it's fine. If you can get your knees to touch, I can't. Go there. Inhale, come back to the center and drop your legs the other way.
You're not Father Christmas! You're not Father Christmas!
Breathe in, bring your knees in. Drop your legs to me. Oh, actually, before you do, this is your option. Can you take your, it's probably going to be your right leg, and wrap it over your left. So it's acting as a pull and it's pulling it further over. That should make that shoulder blade want to come off more, and you need to try and keep that down. Too much? Just unwrap. Breathe in, unwrap, bring your knees in. Spend a moment here if you need to. And then you can choose, you can wrap your left leg over your right. Drop your legs the other way. Alright, bring your knees back in and just gently rock side to side. So I'm not going to give you my usual couple of minutes of sitting quietly at the end, just in case my son starts talking to his program again. So I'm just going to give you another stretch or two, but I want you, whilst you can, just focus on your breath, and just to let everything slow down here. So you've got one leg bent. You're drawing the other leg in towards you. Now if you struggled with, when we did the seated forward fold, with flexing your feet, let's flex and release the foot here. In the summer, if you wear a lot of flip-flops, the Achilles isn't used to the low heel so much, so they can get quite tight. Then you can just hold and you can choose whether to have the foot flexed or the foot relaxed. And if you can lengthen out the other leg. Some of you might be here. Some of you might be here. Let's change. Again. Yeah, so you might feel a bit tight there. Then choose how you want to have the foot and lengthen out the other leg. Bring the knees in, take the legs wide. And actually the flexing and the releasing of the feet is quite nice here too. You won't get a stretch where you got it before. It will just stretch the inner thigh in different ways. So you can play with that. And you can hold your position where the feet are flexed or feet are long. Very, very gently, just encourage that stretch a bit more. And then bring your knees in again. So let's just take a lovely long stretch to finish. And if you've got the time and if you want to lay and do a little bit of breathing, you could even do the alternating nostril breath that we did a few weeks ago, or just some quiet breathing. Please do that. But if you want to finish, it would be okay for you to finish because I've brought you down really slowly and we've calmed everything down. So I hope you enjoyed that session. It had a bit more lengthening in it, so that should have hopefully made you feel good. And I'll speak to you soon. Namaste.